Max Hyde is the President of the National Union of Teachers this year, and we have known her for many years through our union. And Max is somebody who, when she talks, totally supported inclusion and always has. Now you can't say that about everyone in our union, and Richard has had many battles in our union to get inclusion kept in at every conference pretty well. And so I'm very glad to welcome Max to speak to us here, because she's incredibly good. She goes all over the world. And thank you, Max, for coming.
It is my pleasure to be here, and I just spent the previous afternoon and morning at the Association of School and College Leaders Conference, listening to the party spokespeople about education. And I have to say that I wish they'd been here to listen to what you were saying, because it would have educated them. And so your voice is very, very important in whatever way it's expressed. It's really, really important. Because
sorry, Max, can you stop a minute? Sorry, Peter, do you think you could do that just when Max is finished?
Oh, sorry.
Because it's really difficult for her. I mean, it's not difficult for her, but a lot of people can't listen to it because they're busy thinking what they're writing. Thank you very much.
So, because you are the experts, you have a huge amount of expertise, and when you talk, it is really worth listening to. So never forget that. It's really, really important. Richard has talked already, and I'm sorry I missed the morning session, about education as a human right and a public good, and that's the view of the National Union of Teachers. And what is being done in the name of education now is profoundly depressing, because it's missing out the fact it is a human right. And equality and diversity enrich us all. And I'm not just saying that because it's a nice thing to say. All the evidence that there is, and there are shed loads of evidence, show that that's the case. It actually is proper education for our children to be in an inclusive school. Now, at the moment, two big challenges. The first is the attack on the rights of people because of austerity, in the name of austerity. And I have to say to you that austerity is a matter of control and political will. It doesn't have to be and your voices explaining the cost to our children and young people of austerity are really important, because your stories say an awful lot. We have a huge amount of evidence, but my advice is tell your stories, because they are important stories. You tell the things that you learned. That's incredibly important. Another thing is that everyone is now talking about school readiness. And I say to you, I think that schools should be ready for children and young people, not the other way round. And I say for three reasons. All the over-testing that is going on seems to think that there is somehow a standard child. And I tell you, in 37 years of teaching, I have never met a standard child. I have never met an ordinary child. I have only met extraordinary children and young people. And that's what I really want to say to government. There is no one size fits all. That's completely wrong. Schools should be educated